Drip Pokemon Za, like pizza that you are currently eating. What's up, man?
I think you forgot the dash.
Is there a dash officially?
There is.
So should I have that, or should I do what everybody else is doing, just the Za?
I don't know.
I
saw Austin John video that had the dash.
Well, if Austin John did it, I'm going to put the dash in there, and that's a good segue real fast to talk about what we're talking about tonight. We are talking about Pokemon Legends Za. We're also going to be talking about the Pokemon Directs as a whole, which, Drip and I are going to have a little debate about that tonight. We're going to go around a couple rounds tonight, get the boxing gloves on. Appreciate you guys being here. This is the pre-show, obviously, so this is the filter in section. We let you guys come on in before we actually get recording, and we'll record in a few minutes here, which technically I record every second of these live streams because who knows, one day what if I want like the pre-shows, you know what I mean? Like what if there's something in the future where I want these pre-shows recorded? So,
yeah,
and the post-show, so I record the whole damn thing. If you guys want to subscribe to the channel so I can afford some hard drive space because I am running low on my 2 terabytes because of all this shit, let me direct you down to our description or next to the subscribe button. You can click that join button where we do extra content every single month, and it supports the stream, and the podcast gets us some funds so we can afford things like, I don't know, feeding me. I love how Drip eats in front of me as his hashtag is feed the Jeeb, and here he is eating the pizza in front of my face.
We gotta feed him, guys. Become a member.
Thank you, guys. How we doing? What's up, Sims? How we doing, dude? What is play some of the new ones I made for you. Power Mad, what's up, man?
Great.
Bush. Yes, indeed.
And this one. Come and get it.
Come and get it.
Little Limp Biscuit action.
Little limpy biscuity. That one, you might be able to turn that down a little bit. That one might be a little bit loud. Just a little bit. We got the Drip and Jeep Dream Team up in the house right now. We got Power Mad. We got Coffees with Games. We got Aiden. How we doing, guys? Of course, Sims, as always, man. What's good? We got 5 likes and 8 people in the stream. That makes me happy. I appreciate you guys coming in during the pre-show. I haven't even
shared it out to all my stuff yet.
I think I did did I do the Discord ones? I think I forgot. I did forget. This is before YouTube, Discord, before the YouTubies. Do your Instagram Reels too. Don't forget about that.
Yeah, I'm still gonna do.
Yeah, take your time. Don't worry. That's what the pre-shows for, man. We're just chilling. Discord goes out now. That's good.
Did you do anything on Instagram?
I did. I'm not a reel, but I did a post, a photo. Excuse me.
Not tag me in it. Damn it! Now I have to search for it.
It's Drip and Jeeb, man. We're Drip and Jeeb everywhere. It's not that hard.
I know.
Search it up. Feed the Jeeb as Drip feeds himself. Yes. I'm here for
listen, I had to eat. I forgot about dinner.
He's got pizza. He's got beer. I'm sitting here without any pizza, without any beer.
Oh my God!
Just drinking my water.
Quick beer of the week.
Yeah.
Breckenridge Brewery. Mountain Beach is what it's called. It is a session sour.
Yeah.
It is bright and tart with pineapple, guava flavors and a hint of lime. And I gotta say, it is absolutely fantastic and refreshing. And I could drink about 4,000 of these because they have about no alcohol in them. But I'm all right with that because it tastes like
fruit.
It tastes like it belongs on the beach.
I agree, Power Mad. Drip should buy me a pizza. But the pizza's for his daughter. I'm sure the daughter is gonna eat all the pizza. He only gets his one slice.
I got one. I guarantee there's nothing up there when I'm done with this podcast. Guarantee.
You might be wondering, why there is a shoe.
Why you're holding a shoe?
Why I'm not holding it.
I was going to ask about it, but then I decided not to. I was going to just try to ignore it and hope it went away. It didn't, though. So
there's a reason. There's a reason why there's a shoe in my possession right now. So these are the shoes I'm wearing currently. And I like them. They're Nike. They're colorful. I enjoy these shoes. They're not, however, the reason I put them on the table is to show you that these shoes, as much as I like them, they're not very good shoes. And let me explain. When you would put a shoe on, you typically like to put it on And then you tie the laces if it has them or whatever.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that real fast.
I gotta move that bag too. You can't see that, can you? You can. I have to move that. What the hell are we talking about this shoe for, man? This better be good.
Okay, so I put my shoe on, and I tied the laces. Now, not even while I'm walking, I can be sitting anywhere, whatever I'm doing. I'm just sitting, and my laces on these shoes will completely untie themselves. And those of you here right now in this moment on this pre-show, during the podcast, when I take my shoe off and put it on the desk for no reason, Drip will not say anything. I will not say anything. I will just take the shoe, place it, show you, and then remove it. And that is when you guys know that's how long it took for my shoe to completely untie itself without me going anywhere. Video evidence. Left foot, I just tied it. So, we'll wait and see. It's likely that it won't untie itself, but I will tell you right now, my right foot is on its way out. So I might put the right shoe up at some point. And I didn't tie that right now. I tied that earlier, probably about, 35 minutes ago, because every hour, my shoes untie themselves, even when I'm not walking anywhere. So that Drip is leaving now. I don't know why. Oh, wait, is he getting, nope. As he's taking a bag. He took a bag that he had and he moved it. Amazing. Nice.
That's the bag of stuff that I need to fix the holes in the walls from installing these lights. The drywall repair stuff. Finally went and got that today. I'm going to do that in the morning.
Biggie Sims is asking about, what do you got? Where is it at? He's saying GBZ drinking beer from a shoe. I'm actually drinking Bailey's from a shoe because I'm old Greg.
Bailey's from a shoe? Oh, God.
Aiden asked, will there be a members only stream next Tuesday to make up for the canceled one? Well, there was already one scheduled for next Tuesday, so yes, we are doing one next Tuesday. That one is going to be the official February one. That, of course, it will be in March because by tradition we must.
Yeah, we're really. By
tradition,
at least we're trying. I mean, we're trying to get it done.
Very good reason.
Doing great.
I think actually not the best reason, but the second best reason why we missed the members pod. The best reason was we both had COVID. So there's that.
I didn't have COVID.
That's right. I had COVID. You were sick from something else.
Yeah.
So I
didn't have COVID.
That's the best reason. Both, not just one, but both of us were sick. So that's why that happened. But this is the second. My PC. Some of you guys who probably who don't know, wasn't following the Discords or the what's the other place? Oh, the YouTube the channel not membership area, the community tab. That's what's called. Community tab. My PC right here, my old trusty PC, decided to kick the bucket. Now you might be asking, well, if it kicked the bucket, G, why is it sitting on your desk working right now? I'll tell you how. It was the power supply. And it's modular. So I just took it out, put a new one in. Paid Best Buy to do it. Take it easy. Easy, fast, solid. Oops. So when I switch scenes here, I got to figure this out. I couldn't figure it out in the pre-show quick enough. I've noticed when I switch to your full cam, for some reason, it is glitching. And it's not your fault. This is totally on my end. I don't know. Now it's working fine. It glitches when I do it and then leave and then do it again later. But if I do it consecutively, it works perfectly fine. Nope, it doesn't. See, there we go. Now it's broken again. There, broken. Yeah, just there's a little hitch in its giddy up. It's so weird. I don't know what's going on with that. I gotta fix that.
Yes. Yes. That's exactly what this is. But that's completely inspired by Tron. This room is at this point. It's gonna look even better when I paint that little white area around the doorway black tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, you're doing it tomorrow? Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna have the paints out anyway, so I might as well just do that. I think I have enough to do that. I mean, 2 coats on just that, and then the little tiny areas.
You don't want to make a mistake. You want to make sure that you have enough when you're doing that, because that's the dead center of your frame for your camera.
Yeah, I know, but I know what the color is. I can go have it mixed up and grab another, pint or whatever if I need it. It's not gonna be a big deal.
Wall ball. Oh my God, my microphone. Wall ball.
Plus, the great thing about it is the people who are having me do the video for the lights are also paying me back for any of the expenses for the holes I put in my wall and repairing them. So
got it good with them. Treat you like a king.
They're nice people. Yeah. Well, I'm hoping that once I get this video done, they love it, and then I can paint my ceiling black and get a new light from them to put up there too, and one in the other room, and they won't really be in it. Then I can lower my camera angle and show the ceiling too with a cool light. It's over, dude. 100 million subscribers right there.
There you go. Make sure to subscribe.
Cool lights.
Guys.
That's all it takes. Just get some cool lights.
Yeah.
Subscribers will pour in.
Everybody, we're appreciative of you guys being here tonight. We're talking about some Pokemans. We'll do it in a minute. Hello, Discord. Aiden wants to know, can we go back to the shoe story? I'm sure that Aiden's the only one who wants to go back to the shoe story, but I'll tell. Maybe in the after show we'll do the shoe again, because who knows? Maybe it'll take that long. Maybe it might take that long for the shoe to untie itself again. It's very possible it could be the after show by that time. So, but I almost guarantee you. What?
I see something interesting here. Coffee with games. I gave Jeeb the title for a video today to get you 1 million subs. If he doesn't use it, I am. What was that title?
I don't remember, but I do remember him suggesting it. And of course, as most things he says, I completely disregard it.
I mean, I think you're making a mistake there. I think you're making a mistake.
I don't think I am.
Listen, guy's got solid gold.
Yeah,
everything he touches turns to solid gold.
That's true. It best for streams on the planet. But what's his face? Coffee with Games. By the way, Drip, I'm like addicted to streams right now. I'm in there like every day. When he's streaming, really? I'm in there. I'm all day. I'm addicted. Love. I was actually editing your video the other day. Not gonna lie, and I had him on just loud enough that it wasn't distracting me. And in case he called my name, I was
love
there.
that. I love that.
Multitasking. What I was gonna say? Oh yeah. So I promised Caffeinated that in the pre-show here I would talk a little bit about Monk, because I did finish the show.
No, you finished the show. Oh, wow. Wonderful.
I did. The whole 8 seasons. I finished the show.
I can get you and my mom on speakerphone. You guys can talk about it. She really likes it.
I finished the show, and Abby and I also watched the Monk movie that came out recently,
there's a movie.
That's what inspired me to rewatch the show. The Monk movie came out on Peacock in December, and it's just
I didn't realize
the episode is titled Monk's Last Case or something like that. So it's like Monk's Last Case before.
That is like the cheesiest movie title I've ever heard in my life.
It's a TV, but that's what you don't understand, I guess, because you didn't watch the show because you're not your mom, is that every Monk episode title was something starts with Monk does something like that. So it was just a shtick. It's like, it makes sense. It's the last Monk episode, if you will. It was just a Monk episode. It's a movie, but it was just a Monk episode, really. That was an hour and 30 minutes long.
Cool.
Yeah. That show was great.
Come and get it.
That show is great caffeinated. It got so much better. I will say this though, I know it's older television, so the same kind of rules that apply today didn't apply back then, as far as like episodic arcs and stuff, or seasonal arcs. I wish they would have done a better job with the story of Trudy instead of just spilling the beans on the last episode. And I didn't like that much. I think that it was a good story, but I wish they would have spread that out between the entire series, not just spill the beans in the very last episode of the show in season 8. Like, I didn't really like that. But again, that TV was different back then than it is now, so that was to be expected, right? But they could have done something to keep that storyline going. I also didn't like how they just said bye Sharona, and then they said bye Dr. Forget his name. I know the new one was Dr. Bell, but the other doctor, I didn't like that either. But again, TV was different back then. The actresses
What
leave.
year did that come out?
Early 2000, I think 2002, I want to say, and it ended in I actually don't know when it ended, but it was an 8-season show. So
Sims wants to know.
I think it was earlier.
When Jeeb is coming back to streaming.
I came back a couple weeks ago, and then the week after that I missed, and then so right. The plan right now is Jeeb nights every other week, right? That's the plan. I did miss last week's. Is this week's Fortnite Friday though, right?
No, last week was Fortnite Friday.
Okay, so that means this Friday I should be back on Twitch on Friday.
Tomorrow, I believe my oldest will not be here tomorrow. She's going to stay at her mother's because they are going to their grandmother's this weekend. So I'm going to stream tomorrow, Thursday.
Oh, really? Okay, because I was talking to Mrs. Jeeb. What time you streaming your nighttime slot?
Yeah, 9 o'clock.
I'm thinking
9 o'clock.
I'm tossing the idea around Mrs. G. We're gonna bring back Mrs. G Mondays. I don't know when. We wanted to do it earlier.
Yeah, because Mondays is definitely a day I'm streaming. So do it early, and then I'll just go after you.
So yeah, I was thinking that tomorrow we might kick the bucket with that. Even it's not Monday, but I was gonna do it this Monday, but PC kicked the fan, drip. Kick the can.
What are you talking? No,
I'm broke.
I think you got that backwards. I think you want to kick the can with the streaming idea, and your PC kick the bucket. I think that's right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. When you said that you were gonna kick the bucket on your stream, I'm like, that's not good. You don't want to do that.
I don't want to kick the bucket on the stream. No.
No.
Hey, speaking of which, of streams, can we get a like on this stream? Sims, the answer is this week. Hopefully, it should be this week. Can we get a like on this stream? Cool. Appreciate you guys for doing that. You guys are the best. Yeah, Caffeine, I think it was 2002. And then that sounds about right.
Kick the can or the bucket.
It doesn't kick nothing. They just sit here on my feet as I do a podcast and slowly untie themselves.
Laces. Not a big deal. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool tomorrow. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm not going till like 9-ish.
Right. So we
but
probably
y'all, I mean, whatever
we
you
have
guys
to start
do.
around. That means we have to start around 6. So that'd be fine for me. 6 my time. So yeah, that'd be appropriate. That'd be good. Talk to Mrs. G. Listen, Dre, we might have to go back to our old ways. Listen, if Mrs. G Mondays stick around, we might need to alternate our time slots on Mondays. Because listen, sometimes Mrs. G is important. Actually, all the time, Mrs. G is important enough to have the prime time slot. So, you know, I might fight you on that one.
Maybe. I don't know.
We're gonna fight. We're gonna physically.
It's hard for
fight.
me to stream before that time, honestly.
We're gonna physically fight, Dre. We're gonna fight physically. You and me.
Hey, man, I've been streaming on Mondays. Where you? Hey, I've been here. I staked my flag in the ground.
I started it.
Started streaming on Mondays?
Miss G Mondays. That was a long time ago. That was a thing, man.
G was the first man to ever stream on a Monday.
If you remember, yes, I was. If you remember, Drip, you were Tuesdays, not Mondays. That's what you used to do.
Yeah, I know, but I can't do Tuesdays now.
Well, I know.
I got band practice.
And also, we got a members podcast now.
Yeah, we got a members pod. And I can't do Wednesdays because we got a podcast.
Wendy's.
Well, I can't do Wendy's.
No, I can't do Wendy's. They charging too much for their food now. You see that?
Dude, that is crazy. I thought that was a joke.
Nah, they're nuts, man. It's the corporate greed is out of control. They're not even like hiding the fact that they just want more money. They're outright telling people. Man. They're outright telling people now we're gonna charge more at lunchtime because we can. Please enjoy Wendy's. Like they're not even like hiding the corporate greediness of their greediness. It's just absolutely asinine.
Yeah, that's.
If you didn't think corporate greed was a thing now, explain away this Wendy's situation. Because listen, let me tell you something. Those Wendy's employees, are their rates fluctuating during the lunchtime hour?
Yeah, that's what I was
No,
wondering.
they're not.
Like, are they gonna? Yeah.
No, they're not.
I would tell these people to kiss my ass. Like,
No.
I'm not serving anything or charging anymore unless you're giving me more.
If we cause a stir enough with our voices, they might just add it because, of course, they should. It's not going to hurt them at all. That's what this whole thing is about. They're not hurting. They just want more. They're like, fuck, we want more of your money. We've already raised our prices for the pandemic. And we kept them there. So let's just go ahead and add more to our profits. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
Anyway, you want to start this podcast, Jared?
Nah.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll just do another 20 minutes on corporate greed. So listen, guys, let me tell you a story.
Let's start the podcast.
No, I'm not doing that. My mic is peaking. I don't know why. I mean, I am yelling. There's that. But it shouldn't be peaking like that. Speaking of corporate greed.
Oh, yeah. That's what I wanted to say. Tomorrow, I am playing Fortnite, but I am also giving away more V-Bucks tomorrow.
Very cool. Very cool. We have not breaking news, I'm sure, but Caffeine brings this up. This is relative to our podcast, which we're about to do in a second here. EA is laying off 600 employees today. Today.
Yeah, we're going to talk about a lot of that stuff.
See,
not crazy into detail unless Jeep has those details, but just the general idea of what's happening with all that stuff.
No, yeah, you don't come to the podcast for
in-depth details.
For in-depth details, you come for the conversation.
Yeah.
If you want to go find yourself the articles and everything like that, I would love to link them as well. Don't get me wrong, but like I've heard from other YouTubers that don't do that because there's a potential that you're like those links in the future somehow become like RGT, for example,
or they have ads on them that Google doesn't like that you're linking to.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's too many variables. So yeah, don't do that. All right, let's start this podcast.
Yeah, let's start this podcast.
What's that set list?
Sorry, Mrs. G. But the part of this podcast is about layoffs. So sorry. Let's get this rolling here. Drippy, turn that music down to a quiet simmer. Quiet simmer. Actually, nothing. Not a quiet simmer at all. Completely nothing. Sorry, Ms. G.
Yo, Sims, welcome to the dream.
What? We gotta back up. We gotta reverse. Bring that music back. Bring it back. Wait, what? We got a member of the VIP crew. Thank you very much, Sims. Much obliged, as Kix would say. Thank you, my dude. Welcome to the Drip G Dream Team. Love it. Love to see it.
Appreciate ya.
Love to see it. And now we're gonna Sims, make sure to hang out next Tuesday. We're doing a members podcast. 8. Well, I don't know the time yet. Sometimes they're gonna be 8 if Drip does not have band practice, and if Drip does have band practice, we're doing around 9:15 Eastern. So
yeah, well, we didn't have band practice last night, so we're definitely gonna have it next week.
9:15. Let's get to the show, Drip. Yeah, 6 a.m.
6 a.m. on Sunday. Yep. You got it. Keep your eyes peeled.
Shut up. This podcast was brought to you by Uncle Jeep Productions. Hey guys, and welcome everyone to the Drip G podcast. I'm your host, Uncle Jeep, and with me is Host Drip Media Gaming. We record these podcasts live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On today's episode, Corporate Greed! Drip Corporate Greed makes a return on the show. But first, before we get to the Corporate Greed, we're going to be talking about some Pokémon Legends. ZA was announced. That's fucking awesome. We also have the other Pokemon announcement, which is that little mobile game. But again, we'll get to those specific details in just a moment.
There was huge announcements, dude. Huge Pokemon announcements all across the board.
We'll talk about the lackluster Pokemon announcements as well as the...
What do you mean lackluster?
Don't be a jerk now, Drip. This is the intro. Shush your mouth. We're talking about that stuff.
Come on, sleep, baby. Let's go.
Drip ruining my intros. We're just going to run it here. Drip, how you doing this week? Ruining my intros 2 weeks in a row.
I told you take too long. You're going over too much stuff. Let's just get on with it and talk.
I disagree.
Whatever.
Man. And here's why. Because I have music in my ears that you don't have, and when that music is done, is when I'm done. So and it's only 45 seconds.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
It's a 45 second. I know. I'm kind of good at my job. So
this is why I control the music, so I can hear it as well. I don't control that part, so it's like,
well, because
maybe I should start that music.
No. Here's why you shouldn't. Because you are incredibly hard to get to do what I want you to do. Because you're like squirrel brain.
But if I have a predetermined track that you have already made at a length, and I just press the button, and you start hearing it, you can just react. I don't have to touch it anymore.
We'll talk about it, but
I like it. But listen,
we'll talk about it.
This week has just gotten better.
We've only been doing this for 142 episodes. Let's change it up now. Why not?
Yeah, let's change it. Yeah. I like it. Let's change it. The week's been decent so far, getting better and better.
Yeah.
You have had a very up and down week.
There's
mostly down, but
no
going
ups.
Back up.
No ups, but the only up is sitting here
right now. The greatest thing about where you're at in your week right now is you can't get any lower. The only place to go from here is up.
Oh no! Trust me, we can get lower. I'm very thankful.
Going up.
I'm very thankful that my lowest lows are only so low. They're not lower than others. Other people have the lower lows. I'm thankful that my lows are only as low as they are. Anyway, my PC broke. You guys may have seen it. I posted it in the community tab on YouTube or in Discord. The old PC runs this stream, edits the videos. She kicked a bucket. And luckily, the issue was only minor, of course, because it's a tower PC. I'm going to show you guys if you're watching this podcast. It's a
power supply.
It's just a power supply down here, located right about there. And, I just hit my microphone.
I'm not going to lie, dude.
Yeah.
I was so worried that I was going to have to edit one of my own videos.
Well,
damn.
I mean, you might have to if the Feed the Jeep doesn't come to fruition anytime soon.
Listen, it's happening. It's happening. Feed the Jeep. Hashtag Feed the Jeep. Oh, yeah, we started that. We haven't talked about that on the podcast either.
Yeah.
I am streaming on Twitch, and we've decided that all my streaming money, all my sub money, that's how I'm going to start paying Jeep. So if you want to support my videos being edited, the stuff that I put on YouTube, get over there. Drop some biddies. Subscribe.
I like food.
Yeah, the dude's got to eat. The dude has
the dude's
got to
pay for this power. Come and get it. Dude's got to pay for this power supply that I just had to pay for the other day. But luckily, that was all the issues, not just nothing.
Yeah, I'm glad that was all.
I was afraid maybe it was a motherboard. But I talked to my tech support uncle. I talked to Hero a little bit about it, and yeah, it's absolutely just. I said tech support uncle. I feel like he'd be offended if I said that because he is so much more than a tech support guy. But he knows
my
about
tech support uncle.
I was just being short with it. He's a tech professional. He's the guy. Anyway, way overqualified to determine what was going on my PC, but he helped me out with that. So appreciate you, Unk. What did the kids say like about Unk? Is that still a thing?
Sure, yeah.
Thanks, Unk.
Thanks, Unk.
Or is that a Philly thing? It might be a Philly thing. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Anyway, Pokemon Presents happened, Drip, and we're not going to show any footage of that because the last time we did that.
We are not.
They said, your video belongs to us now, Drip and G. I'm like, I don't like that. So we're not going to do that. But anyway, Pokemon Presents happened, Drip. It was only 12 minutes long, which was a bit short. I was disappointed by the length, if I'm not being honest with you. But the Pokemon Company does have a history, as far as my opinion is, with watching their Pokemon Presents. They're very short and to the point with their announcements, and it's a lot better than a Nintendo Direct. Not that Directs are bad, but they cut out a lot of fluff with the Pokemon stuff. Like, I feel like a 30-minute Pokemon thing would be just as much content as a 45-minute Direct. So 12 minutes, while short, I still think they put a lot of announcements in there. But let's talk about those announcements specifically. We're not going to get to heavy hitters yet, Drip, because let's just wrap up. Was there like 6 announcements total?
Dude, listen,
and the first
all
4
of this was fluff.
The first 4
all of this was fluff except for 2 things.
Right.
All of it.
Like 4 of the announcements were like garbage. Out of the first 4 things up until the new game, which I'm not sure, is it a Pokemon trading card game 2 situation, or is it literally I don't really know a lot about it.
I think it's just a new version of I think it's just it's a new way for them to make money.
Right.
I'm wondering, okay.
So let me just say what it is, Rip. It's a mobile game.
Go ahead,
so from what I understand from watching the Pokemon Direct one time, is that it's a mobile phone game, and it's a trading card game. So obviously there's gonna be microtransactions. You're gonna be able to buy these packs yourself. Oh, the whole thing is like you swipe your finger across the screen to open a pack. Pretty satisfying, not gonna lie. So there's like some feedback as well for it. But the reason I like it a lot, guys, is number 1, you get 2 free if you play. You get 2 free packs a day, which that's actually that's pretty pro consumer. Like you don't have to buy packs. You can just take your 2 free ones and you can survive with the game. So that's really cool. The collecting aspect, they're trying to brand it as like you're collecting these virtual cards just like you would a physical card, and they've added extra artwork, which is my number 2 cool thing about it. The artwork is it's immersive. It's not just a card with artwork. There's little flares and visual things they've added, but beyond that, they've also expanded the universe of the picture. So like if you're looking at like one of the original Pokemon cards with like Pikachu on it, and you can like expand into Pikachu's picture, and you're seeing the whole Pokemon world through that lens of that artwork. That's the best way I can describe it. It's super awesome. I don't think enough people are giving that credit.
Go back. You're going over all this stuff so fast. I have questions about this.
Okay,
game.
sure.
This is what we're actually going to talk about.
All right.
Okay. The first part of what you said, the 2 packs.
Mm-hmm.
You get 2 packs a day. That's free, like 100%.
100%.
Like if you have the game downloaded, you just get the 2 packs.
Yep.
Because that was my question. I saw they showed like, the guy had his phone. It would just pop up and say, "You got a pack.
Mm-hmm.
You got a pack ready." I'm like, does he have like a subscription service? Is he paying like monthly for these packs to be delivered to him all day, every day? Because what is this? How much do the packs cost is another thing I'm wondering.
Yeah, we don't know that stuff yet.
And the other thing, before you move on further in this, you were talking about how it is basically a digital version of the trading card game. Yeah. And I know, I already said this, and I asked you how you felt about it, and I want to get your answer fully here. I'm somebody who is an all digital person when it comes to my games. And there's a lot of people who are like, fuck that. I want physical media.
Right.
Where do you sit on this as far as this being a digital version of a physical media type of thing? Does it replace it? I mean,
No.
Is this going to make people angry?
No, this is not this is not even their intention is not to replace the physical trading card game. Are you kidding?
I guess that would be the difference.
The amount of money. Listen, we talk about how
it's going to stop selling cards. I guess that would be the difference.
No,
you're right.
The intention here for them is clear. It's not to replace their physical cards. Maybe
some
some
more
people,
money off them.
anybody who collects the cards, they're not on the fence, being like, man, I like card collecting, but this whole physical thing of collecting cards, that's not for me. So I'm going to switch to digital. That's not even nobody buying Pokemon cards is on that fence. People who buy Pokemon cards are buying them because they like the cards.
Yeah, you're 100% right.
And the people who are going to play this digital version of the game are going to do it because they think it's neat. It's not because it's going to replace the old thing, or they didn't like collecting physical cards, but the digital cards, they like the idea of collecting those. That's not. It's those. I don't. Maybe some of those people exist, but I think for the most part, nobody's gonna be like, "Ooh, I've always wanted to collect digital cards." No, it's because they love Pokemon, and I've been on record on the podcast many times. I don't love Pokemon games. I never have been a big fan of their video games.
You really like
but I like the franchise.
Trading card game,
well,
though, right?
I'm a fan of the franchise. I love the merch. I love the TV show when I was a kid because it grew up with me. I watched 98, man. 98. I was 4 years old in 98. And that's when I started watching. It was 98. So I was watching that show like as a little kid. Like I want to be like Ash Ketchum, catch 'em all, or whatever.
98. Damn, what was I doing in 1998?
I think you're probably doing drugs, is my guess.
I was not yet. Maybe. That ain't true. What was going on in 1990? 2000 was 99. Ooh.
Yeah. So
I don't know, man.
So yeah, I was
worried about Y2K. I can tell you that for sure.
I bet.
Definitely.
I wasn't.
About that.
I was sucking on Binky. But no. So I was actually 6 years old in Y2K. Anyway, so yeah, I am a fan of the franchise, and I think this is a really cool thing to have for people who just are fans of Pokemon. And I played Pokemon Go like the rest of the world. Don't lie. Everyone's played it. Don't lie. Everybody listen to this podcast. Yeah. I guarantee you at one point you downloaded Pokemon Go because it's cool. Yeah. And I think this is not going to be that. This is not going to be like Pokemon 2. It's not going to have the same hype that game had. That game took over the fucking world.
Well, that was different. That was like a crazy thing. But I mean, I do agree with you. That was one thing from this direct that I did like, wow, that looks pretty cool. Especially when they did the thing like the immersive pictures like you were talking about.
Yes, that's my favorite thing.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Like the art where you can go inside and like see there's other like Pokemon sitting around off screen. Like it's very cool.
It's important to me to bring this up because as I criticize and we criticize Pokemon Company for not taking the time with stuff, it seems like they're really taking the time here to create these, because they're pretty much recreations of real cards that you can actually buy. And they're taking their time to take those real cards and the real artwork that goes with them and taking them, and immersing them in some other new form of digital card, which I think it's awesome. You got to see it to believe it, or not see it to believe it. See it to believe it. No, you have to see it to really truly appreciate what they're doing with it. What are you waiting for? You have to see it to truly appreciate it. And I recommend you guys go and checking out the Pokemon Company's presents to see what they're doing with the cards. If you're at all interested, if you're not, obviously you're probably skip that at this point anyway.
Yeah, that was one thing. Not gonna do it. Don't really care about it that much, but I did think it was cool. That was probably the only thing. Pokemon Sleep. Can I just talk about that for just a second?
If you'd like, I'll give you the fucking floor drip. Here you go.
What the? No, I don't need the floor. Come back.
You're taking the floor.
Back.
Nope.
I don't want the floor.
Right,
I just want to know. What the fuck is it? What is it? What is it? Like what is the thing that you do with it? Like I still don't get it. I'm trying to figure out like what you do with it, and it's like I watch them try to explain it in these presents, and it's like the guy wakes up and now there's a Pokemon sleeping on his floor. It's like that's not
that is
how
kind
this
of what
works.
that is kind of what I took away as well.
I'm like, okay,
I don't get it either.
Like you're gonna have some crazy dreams.
Dude, you're sleeping there. You're like,
yeah, and you wake up and there's just
there's a fucking Pokemon. What?
There's like a Charizard just staring at you in the dark from the corner. Like, I don't want that. Nobody wants that. This does not sound good. It does not sound like it's gonna help me sleep in the slightest. I just don't get it. It's gonna
give you anxiety after you wake up. Like, oh my God, please, Lord.
Tracker?
Let it be a Clefairy. Let it be a Clefairy when I wake up, please. I just want to snuggle with it, not a fucking Charizard or. Oh, good Lord! If it's
in the corner in the dark,
it's Mewtwo.
Like
it's Mewtwo.
Oh God! Yeah, that'd be.
I am going to murder you and your family.
You can't do that because I just had a fucking heart attack and died.
Yeah.
I just don't get that. I guess I should probably look into it because I probably sound dumb to the people who do use it and know what it is. But
dude, I've no idea.
They do not do a good job explaining that whatsoever.
No,
I don't. It's a sleep tracker, I guess, right? And what do you get? You get Pokemon points for sleeping?
Yeah, I think at its core, it's some sort of like sleep tracker app, and the incentivized game portion of it is like you collect some sort of currency, Pokemon currency, as you sleep to encourage you to keep playing.
Well, you get more?
I have no idea.
Because I'll tell you right now, I know the fucking cheat code for this already. If that's it, I know the cheat code. You just take about 6-7 shots of bourbon before you go to bed, and you're out. You're done. You're sleeping like a rock. You're gonna wake up the next morning with the entire Pokedex filled up, dude. You're fine.
Yeah,
I don't know. I need to look into that because I'm so confused by that. We don't have to spend any more time on it.
Yeah. So obviously the last thing that was announced was the coolest. That was the header of this episode. Pokemon Legends. We got to finally drip. We got our Legends game we wanted. Legends ZA. And you kind of informed me. Didn't quite realize it. That is because it at text at the bottom, which apparently I completely missed.
It says right underneath the name.
I was having a morning though. That you know what happened that morning. But
yes.
So yeah, apparently it's 2 video games. Which is new for the Legends series, not for Pokemon, but for the Legends series. Yeah, the last Legends series obviously was just Pokemon Legends Arceus, which was a really good game. Had a lot of fun with it. Nothing to write home about, but it's a good game. So the successor to this game, I have high hopes for because
of all the Pokemon game, I like that one the best.
Yeah, because when after Legends Arceus, they came out with Scarlet and Violet, which was vastly different. It went back to the original formula, which in my opinion is old and tired, and needs to change, which Arceus brought. And of course the glitches and bugs like galore in that game, which Arceus had a few, but nothing even close in comparison to Arceus.
You could play the game without just getting completely pissed off.
Yeah, you could do a playthrough without ever really experiencing any of those glitches in Arceus. Maybe
especially if you're in handheld because you don't even notice some of it, man. Yeah, because it's just smaller. But I now listen. I'm not 100% on this. I haven't looked into it any deeper than what I saw, but it said they are releasing simultaneously in 2025. So to me that says okay, it's 2 games. They will release beside each other. So you'll get an A version and a Z version. But is this a continuation or a history of the X and Y? Is that what this is?
Dude, I am not qualified to talk about that. We tried to get a Pokemon.
Not either.
We did try to get our resident Pokemon expert Fappy on.
Know me.
Fappy lives in a different universe in Australia, and it's very difficult to have him on during our time slots.
He's fighting giant spiders, and alligators and shit. He does not have time to just hop on this podcast anytime. That's fine.
True.
I totally get that.
That is true.
I do believe this is some type of this does have some connection. Me not being a Pokemon person at all, I am fairly certain that this isn't like a Pokemon X, Y, Z type of thing. Maybe that's the A. It's a legend. So instead of going forward or forward in the alphabet, you go back to the beginning to A.
Z to A instead of A to Z.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sure. So
I just cracked it. That's probably the whole story.
Sure thing. There's no gameplay attached to the trailer, so that's a little disappointing. So we don't get to see anything. We saw the logo and we saw the announcement that it was in 2025, and that's really all we have to go off of. And transitioning to that conversation, that means that the thing that I expected, a Pokemon game to come out in 2024, even that is happening in 2024. So what that means, number one, Arceus, or I'm sorry. Thank you, Drip. That means that ZA is a Switch 2 game. 100%. No doubt. There's no doubt. If the rumors are true, which a lot of them probably are, and our intuition at least is true, it's a Switch 2 game, which is very exciting for me. That we're gonna have a Switch 2 game or a Pokemon game with the Switch 2 relatively early in its life. That's exciting.
Well, let's look at this a little deeper too. Just the history of the Pokemon Company, Game Freak, and Nintendo when it comes to putting out Pokemon games. you think there's any way in hell that this game wouldn't be coming out in 2024, making the holidays, if it wasn't for the Switch 2 being delayed into 2025?
I'm sorry. I was reading chat. You explained.
I'm saying that there's absolutely no way that this game would have not released in 2024 if the Switch 2 was already going to be out. There's no way they were going to miss the holidays. The Pokemon company, with what we've seen them do.
Yeah.
There's no way. I think this is a sure 100% guarantee at this point that the rumors of the 2025 stuff for the Switch 2, it's all but confirmed because of that for me.
I didn't look at it through that through that lens, Drip. I didn't think about it like that. That's actually a good point, that they wouldn't have missed the Pokemon company not taking their time with games all the time.
The history.
This isn't just we're gonna bake this in the oven a little bit longer, which I was hoping that was the case, and the result ends up being that. So yeah, that's good. But you're right. There was no way, if the Switch 2 was actually having a 2024 release, that the Pokemon company wasn't gonna miss out. They were gonna cut their deadlines down by a few months. If let's say it originally was 2025, they were going to say, okay, actually, no, it's 2024 because that's when this thing's coming out. We need this game in time for the holiday. So yeah,
that game would have been out in October.
Yep, I think you're right about that. I think you nailed it, honestly.
So let me ask you this too. We didn't really get to see anything of the game. It was basically they started drawing some stuff, and it was kind of like a futuristic, like holographic looking. You know what I mean? Like it was like Pikachu, but he was see-through. He didn't really have any eyes, which was kind of disturbing. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little weird.
Yeah.
But it kind of looked cool. It clearly wasn't any in-game footage. I don't really know what that tells us. They didn't show us anything. But with the time, the extra time that they have now for this debate, do you think that this is actually going to be a good thing and they're actually going to have more time and really be able to do something with this? Or do you think we're going to see that same thing we just saw, and then they put color to it and we get to see it again, and it's just the same shit turd that we get from everything else that they put out? Or is it actually going to be like a next gen, next level looking game? What do you think?
Holy crap, dude.
Yeah. Because it could go either way at this point.
It is 50-50.
Yeah.
I mean, it is truly 50-50.
I think it's a little more leaning that we're going to get close to the same thing.
I think the edge is a similar product.
But it's possible.
I really do.
It's possible.
Here's the thing, though. With better hardware does leave room for error. And at least
if it's all figured out the Switch yet.
At least if it's on better hardware, then, because that was the biggest issue with Scarlet and Violet, is that not the game or not that the Switch couldn't handle it, is that it wasn't optimized for this hardware. So a lot of all of the glitches pretty much were because of the optimization. But some things like frame rate, stutter, and there's some. I'm not that smart, guys. But some of that stuff is definitely. What do you play?
I don't know. It's like something good.
I saw your finger go over to the soundboard. Gonna play something. Oh, okay. It's just one of those days. I'm not that smart, so I don't know a lot about, as far as what things are hardware related versus what are optimization things. But certainly some of the issues that Scarlet and Violet, and hopefully this, or potentially the Legends series games are going to have on Switch 2. Some of those things might be fixed just with some extra headroom, from hardware-wise, from a hardware standpoint. So, but as far as like the optimization, which is the most issues happen because of the lack of optimization, are they going to fix that stuff with this new release? Man, I hope so. They better. But the thing is, Drip, Arceus didn't have a lot of those awful optimization problems. It was properly optimized for the most part.
But Arceus was still Game Freak, right?
Yeah, I think so. I can't remember. I think I confuse Arceus a little bit with Shining Pearl and Blue Diamond or whatever.
No. Okay.
Because
Game Freak did not do that.
But they came out very close together. That was the holiday game of 2021, and Arceus was January 2022. So they're I think it's sometimes I get confused that Arceus was Game Freak or not because the other one wasn't. But yeah, I think Arceus was Game Freak.
Okay. Also, I do want to just add in the chat here. Matthew says this game isn't the same region as X and Y were. So
yeah, so
that's cool.
Maybe that has something to do with the leak that was going on this year, where X and Y were coming to Switch. You know,
maybe. That's true.
Maybe somebody got their information twisted intentionally. Who knows? I don't know.
I don't know. The most interesting part of this by far is when they actually show us this. What is this going to look like with their extra time? Because I'm telling you what, at this point, every time we talk about Pokemon in this show, it's something about slow the fuck down, get some help, do it the right way, stop just pushing shit out. Now they have an opportunity. Even if they were forced into it, they have the opportunity to do that. Everything is going to be pushed now.
Yeah.
Just because of this one thing, it's going to be a domino effect. This could be great for them going down the road in their development times, in everything, really. But if they don't do anything with it, I'm done, man. I'm done. I'm done with this company. Like, this is insane.
Yeah, I'm not really in on Pokemon. I just play a lot.
I'm not either, but I'm just saying.
I fell in love with Scarlet and Violet when it came out, and you know that doesn't mean that it's more like a hookup for me. It's definitely not like a long the whole Scarlet and Violet thing with me. I made a video about it. Excuse me. I stand by everything I said. Excuse me. I burps. I stand by everything that I said. Okay, but if we're gonna compare this to relationships, Scarlet and Violet was a hookup. That was a one-time thing. It was a really, really good time. We had a great time, let me tell you. However, after a certain point, which was about 80 hours of gameplay, I was a little bit tired of it, and I ended up playing overall, before it was all said and done, 110 hours, which is a whole fuck ton.
And this was Arceus?
No, Scarlet and Violet.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, so Scarlet and Violet. And that happened within a month period. And after that month, I looked at that girl, and I was like, where are you? You're the good looks that I once saw of you. I was like, where'd they go? I don't know what I saw in you, but I moving on immediately.
Man.
As far as what's gonna happen with I'm gonna say Arceus 2 a million. This is like Breath of the Wild 2.
Legends.
I know, but this is gonna be very similar to Breath of the Wild 2. You know, I mean, how we kept saying Breath of the Wild 2 after Tears of the Kingdom was coming out. I'm gonna say Arceus 2 a lot until I get it right. But Legends coming out on Switch 2, it's got to swing, man. It's got to at least be better than Arceus, right? It's got to be better than Arceus. It's got to look better. It's got to look better than Arceus, and Arceus is already a step up from Scarlet and Violet. So it needs to be at least 2 steps better than Scarlet and Violet.
I like the way the setting looks
and
for this
no
already,
glitches. I will tolerate 0, stupid glitches, and I'm not talking about like in Zelda where there's like dupe glitches and stuff like that. That's people taking advantage of things.
You're talking about people falling through the floor and their heads spinning off their bodies and their arms going through their torsos.
So those issues, I think those are the more obscure ones that most people didn't experience that often, which was causing this debate with people that some people. Oh, I didn't see that.
Still hilarious.
But the more realistic ones that everybody was having was like lighting glitches. I think like you're just walking along and suddenly there's a giant shadow of a mountain, and you take one step forward and that giant shadow of a mountain just suddenly goes away, and it's like, and then you take another step and it's back and it's back and away. Very jarring. Stuttering, everyone was experiencing that was happening in everybody's game, and there's a few other things that were happening in everybody's game. But that didn't happen in
Arceus. It didn't happen in Arceus.
No, those ones need to be gone. But the reason I say it's still, even though this is a successor to Arceus, it's still Game Freak, the same company. And the game that succeeded Arceus was the one with all the issues. So we have to bring it up. It's still a relevant point to say that
crazy is the one before Sword and Shield was kind of bad, but it wasn't as bad as the newer one.
Right.
Okay, either way, I do want to say this. I said it a minute ago, I don't think you heard me, but I do like already they had that like really old school style in Arceus, like very, I don't know, old worldy. You know what I mean?
Kind of like ancient. It's an ancient world. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I like the fact that this one looks like high tech, like a city, like Tron kind of. Like I'm into that. I hope they keep that kind of vibe. That looks really awesome. I would be way more interested in exploring a place like that.
Yeah.
and I'm sure there's going to be other areas, but I was kind of into that.
Yeah,
I wanted to see more. I was waiting for the color to go on everything. They were just like, nope, we're going to give you outlines for now because we can't show you Switch 2 footage yet.
Right. I think one of the things that I really liked about Arceus was the ancient style. And one might think that I would dislike this futuristic style, and one would be wrong if you think that. I think the change up is great. I think it's
I like the old style. I like the old style too.
In fact, it makes me incredibly curious about what the shtick's gonna be with Legends, because Legends Z, because with Arceus, a lot of the game design, a lot of things I liked about it were this old style, because the world was old, the Pokeball look and feel, like the ancient, back in the beginning, the music was very. Like everything I liked about Arceus was a lot to do with that ancient vibe. So the futuristic thing, how are they going to make that?
I mean, I hate to go back to it, but it's the Breath of the Wild vibe that it had.
Yeah, really. True. Yeah, that's because Breath of the Wild had a lot of ruins and very ancient feeling, because it's 1,000 years ago. The world it's been dormant for 1,000 years because of Ganon, right? So yeah, that's true. It's a lot of Breath, but it was still its own way. I would not say that it copied.
Oh
yeah.
I mean, everybody was.
We made fun of the game before the game came out. We definitely made fun of the game.
Oh yeah, even the trailer looked exactly like the Breath of the Wild trailer.
The trailer, the cover artwork. He's
on the side of a mountain. Look at that pan out over the giant world. Wow, they did it too. Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
this scene's the same too. So is that one.
Right.
I mean, they did do that. It's whatever. The game was different. It was still, you could tell. There was inspiration, but I mean, a lot of games have taken inspiration from Breath of the Wild. It's not a big thing. This one's going to be completely different, though. I am excited to see what it is.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see exactly what it looks like. Because man,
we wait and see, Drip. We wait and see. Got a whole year to figure it out. However, what we don't have a year to figure out is whether or not you are a YouTube member of ours. That's right, Drip. That's right. This podcast is sponsored by us and our YouTube memberships. If you guys are not a YouTube member, please consider it. We have 2 tiers now. A $2.99 tier gets you all of the private member live streams just to you guys, and the VODs to those live streams. So if you miss one, you can still go back and watch it. You can even leave us comments if there's something you want to say live that you missed because you weren't there. You can just leave us a comment and we'll respond to it. It's great. It's memberships. Also, then that's the new tier. It's a little bit more affordable for you guys, so hopefully it's a more affordable entry to our community, as well as the $4.99 tier sticks around, guys. It sticks right around, and you get all the same perks. And I'll remind you, it's all the same stuff from the $2.99 tier, but in addition, you get some behind the scenes updates, like when a PC broke yesterday or a couple days ago. I let you guys know about what was going on with that. And there's a couple other things. You guys can check out what those things are that I can't quite remember.
They're great though. They're wonderful things. They really are.
I got a lot on my brain right now, but that's not one of them.
You're gonna want those things.
Go ahead and check that in the description. You can see, click a link there and become a member. And make sure, I'm just a warning, if you're on an iPhone, it's weird. YouTube is weird with the memberships. So sometimes it doesn't show up for you guys. So either go in a browser or force your browser to desktop mode.
Yes, it works in a browser. If you just open it from something where it takes you to the browser, don't go to the just don't go to the app, and it works fine.
Yeah,
I tried it like
that'd
that.
Be
anyway,
youtube.com/dripjeeb/memberships is a direct link to our memberships tab. So you can check out that. Drip 2024, man.
Done. Just go to bed. Time to hibernate.
It's as of recording, it is February 28th. Tomorrow's Happy Leap Day. Happy Leap Day to everybody. But
Pokemon was our only hope, really.
It kind of was. I mean, that doesn't mean that there's no announcements coming this year.
Oh, you're right. That's exactly what it means.
And we'll talk about that. And we'll talk about Drip. We'll talk about that in a moment. But
as spicy ones.
As far as essentially March of 2024, we have zilch updates. We still haven't even gotten dates for the stuff that we know it's coming, and it's only 2 stuff: Luigi's Mansion and Thousand Year Door. We did 2 stuffs. Is that what I said?
You said 2 stuffs.
I'm an idiot.
Only 2 stuffs.
I'm an idiot.
No, I thought you meant to do it. I loved it.
Actually, Jeremy, I didn't put this in. I didn't put this in the notes, but I did forget to add here that we did get leaked prices of both the games, Luigi's Mansion and Thousand Year Door.
60.
They are both $60.
I figured.
Now let's take a tangent on that for a moment, because that is actually something I want to talk about. How do you feel about a 3DS game that is basically a port? It's not really a remake. It's just a port with upscaled to HD, which you could do with fucking ChatGPT, I'm sure, for $60.
I don't like that one.
That is a tough pill to swallow.
Okay, here's the problem I have with it is the way that it looks, because we've seen what it looks like. Unless we see it again and it looks absolutely amazing, like just like Luigi's Mansion 3.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't it? If you're gonna charge $60 for it, why doesn't it just look like that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's a game worth $60.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't like it. Doesn't surprise me at all. Not even a little bit.
Actually, kind of makes me angry. If I'm being honest with you, I feel anger about it. That they're really taking advantage. They're taking advantage, people. It's just straight up, like no doubt. You know, we praise Nintendo.
I feel like taking advantage of people.
I will criticize Nintendo, and right now they are, because what if you want to? They're saying, you know, don't emulate our games, guys. That's naughty. But we're gonna bring and you guys want us to bring our games to Switch? Fine, here you go, $60.
They're not holding a gun to anybody's head and saying you have to buy this.
No, but they're taking advantage of them, because you don't have to do it. But if you do, you got to pay our price, which doesn't make any goddamn sense. And let's move.
It's not like they're tricking them into buying it, saying, "Oh no, it's 40. Psych, we're taking another 20."
No,
I mean, here they're giving them a choice.
No,
it's
right.
It's a shit price. I agree for that. Shit price. 1,000-Year Door. We'll see. I mean, that one looks a little bit like it looks better, right?
It's an HD upscale. It's a widescreen HD upscale.
So that's it.
Dude, it's Paper Mario, dude. What are you supposed to do to it?
I don't know. I mean, not 1,000.
It hardly looks any different.
Origami King looked wonderful.
Yeah, but it hardly looks any different than the if you look at. Here's what I want to bring up. I don't want to argue about how good it looks versus the original.
Okay.
Here's why it's also a bad deal. You got to go back not too long ago. Last year, 2023, they shadow dropped a game from the GameCube.
Nope. Yep.
That game was a full-on remaster. That game looks different. When you look at the original and you look at the remastered Metroid Prime remastered, it's a vast difference. Everybody can tell the difference. My fiance could tell the difference, and she doesn't give a shit about games like we do. And she goes, "Oh yeah, that looks amazing."
Oh well, no, it's insane. Again, yeah, Metroid Prime Remaster is probably one of the best looking games on the Nintendo Switch.
For how much, Drip?
For $40.
Mm-hmm. Now, explain to me how an HD port.
And it was shadow dropped. My God.
Explain to me.
Fuck that day.
Explain to me how an HD port from the same company is suddenly $60, where last year it was $40.
Well, because they got nothing else to make them money, Jeep. It's only 2 games they got out. They got to charge for them, and people are going to be starved of games at that point on the Switch, so they're going to buy them.
Exhibit A of why I think they're taking advantage of people. You just made my point for me. You just talked yourself into my point.
No, I mean, you're right. But again, I mean, taking advantage of, I don't know. The taking advantage of the situation, yes, but I mean, they still put it's choice. It's still a choice.
Yeah, I guess if you want to say that specifically, I'd be down to re-clarify what I mean. Taking advantage of the situation is really what I mean.
Yeah.
But the situation is people buying games and there's nothing to buy. What's not intentionally is not the right word. They have made the market not that good with my awful English. The market sucks for Nintendo right now. The market for Nintendo games is nothing. Besides, I'm talking about new things that are coming out.
And we got Peach coming out, man.
The new games coming out for Nintendo, it's barren. And that's a problem they've created themselves. And they're going to charge more for the games during this period because for the problem they created, it's called, Drip, inflating the market.
So what do we have right now?
Peach and those 2 ports. And that's all we got.
And that's 2024. That's 2025, we have Pokemon. So right now, 4 games that we know for sure are coming out. I mean, we know Metroid Prime in the next 4 is out there somewhere.
3 in the next 8 months. We don't
have any type of date, or we don't know anything about it. So that's it. I feel like, Jeep, there's a little bit of room to add a couple more in there.
Oh, no.
I feel like there is...
You know what we need, Drip? You know what we need?
Just a little bit of room.
Hold on. You keep talking.
Maybe do something, I don't know. Maybe something a little dark towards the end of the year. And maybe in the summer, do something that, and like, deals with, I don't know, the water, sailing, whatever, Jeeve, it's still February. So as per our deal, I am contractually still allowed to talk about the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess ports coming to the Switch, and with this Pokemon game coming out next year, basically proving to me that the rumors, the leaks are right. The Switch 2 is coming out in 2025. I think it is a fucking guarantee that we get both of these games now, not in a double pack. We will get them both this year. They will be staggered releases. Wind Waker, and I am a leaker now. Don't forget about that.
Yeah.
Now, we will get Wind Waker in the summer. We will get an announcement of this probably pretty soon. We're gonna get Wind Waker in the summer, and we're gonna get Twilight Princess closer to September or October in the fall.
Drip, I know you couldn't hear the music there, but I just had the Wind Waker theme playing throughout your whole spiel.
Oh, nice. I love that. I can't wait to go back and watch that. I might actually record it and just make it a video on my channel.
You owe
I'm
me
telling you, I'm a leaker now.
You would owe me an edit for that, because that's my footage.
Oh, what the fuck? we're splitting hairs here now.
Oh, that's right. You don't pay me anyway.
Hey, whoa,
Gotcha.
whoa.
Come and get it.
Come and get it. Let's go. Come on, I'm ready. Let's go.
No.
Oops.
Okay, I know you keep telling me they're not coming. With all of our current information, and I mean, we don't have anything set in stone at this point.
Yeah.
We don't know for sure about the 2025 thing. Looks a little better now, doesn't it? Looks just a little bit better.
I think after this Pokemon news, I agree that it's more possible than it was before the Pokemon thing. However, because I have an illness and I must be consistent, which is the thing I wish our politicians had, is I think, Drip, that the time has passed. The time has passed. If they would have put it out, they would have done it already. At least an announcement. But they don't even have, dude. They didn't even put out a direct at the beginning of the year like they usually do.
Right, because they don't have enough shit.
They don't
have enough stuff.
Listen, they could have done a direct mini with fucking Zelda. Why didn't they do that?
Or they could drop it on Twitter the next week. Oh, are you ready for this?
Why did they drop it on Twitter in February, Drip? Why didn't they do that?
Stop it!
Why did they drop it in January?
Are you ready?
Come and get it.
It's just one of those days.
All right, listen. I'm a leaker now. We've established this. I called the direct a month in advance. Never wavered. I'm a leaker now. Here's what's gonna happen. They're gonna announce the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess coming this year on Twitter, and they're gonna do it probably the week after Princess Peach drops. So, if I'm looking at a calendar, which I'm gonna do here, because we're gonna go on record, because I'm a leaker, we're gonna do this. I am going to say that that face. Oh God, that face. Audio listeners, I wish you could see this. It's making me a little nervous. Okay, 22nd. We will see the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess announced probably through a Twitter drop on March 27th.
Come and get it.
Are you done? You done with your Zelda?
I'm done. That's all
I'm obligated for the next 2 days, and thanks to the leap year, it is 2 days.
I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Drip is allowed to talk about the Zelda for the Switch, and he is no longer allowed as of tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or should I say, tomorrow
after today's
at
show,
12
I'm not allowed to talk about it on the show
at 12 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, which is technically 2 days from now, he is no longer allowed to speak about Zelda. So I had to give him his time. I gave him his Wind Waker theme, twice even. So
I got it again?
Oh yeah, the face I made, Wind Waker is blasting.
I love that. Yeah. Your face was terrifying. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Moving on. I don't even want to rebuttal. I don't even want to. You say what you say, Drip, about Zelda. Yeah, but I mean that for real though. Before we end this podcast, what is gonna another episode where we need to make a prediction? I feel like at the end of every episode, until we get something, either a direct announcement, a direct mini announcement, any type of direct, or a Switch 2 announcement. Every podcast is gonna end with what the hell is happening in 2024.
Hey, there were three, by the way, from last week. I heard 3 other times that it changed to the release date this past week. 3. All in 2025. Don't you remember we said how many more dates are we gonna hear about just this week? I heard 3.
I didn't.
I think you guessed 3. I said 5. I think.
Okay,
but you won.
I nailed it. There you go.
Yeah, I think you won.
I've never. This is the first game I've won on this show. That means we need to play the draft stuff, which I already played. Drip. Don't worry. Don't click it.
Okay, good.
But that means that's the first game I've won on this show.
No, you won one of the direct things once.
Did I?
Or no, you won a draft.
Did I win a draft?
Or
I don't think I did. I didn't win any drafts.
I just lost. It was when we had Zach on. Maybe Zach won, but I lost badly.
Going back a year ago.
Beat me.
No, yeah, I've never won this is the first time I won it when I just randomly said the word 3. And apparently that
you did really well.
I did. We need to do a draft.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jeeve is also now a leaker. He's also a leaker.
I would like to thank my fiance. I would like to thank this PC that I love.
They call him Leaky
so much.
Jeeb.
Leaky G. That's my name. That's what they called me in high school. Yeah, Drip. I wish we had more content for you guys in terms of concrete shit. I will say this though. We have a special room in our Discord that is private to me and Drip where we put podcast ideas in.
We do.
And there's lots of ideas here that do not involve Switch to actually there's a whole section here called Switch to pod ideas. So there is a lot of Switch 2 ideas.
No, that never happened. We don't have that.
But we do. There's lots of we have lots of little things here that we planned for a week where there's not much going on. And I think this week counted for Pokemon purposes. Like Pokemon, it was Pokemon Day, Pokemon Presents. That was enough to warrant an episode for. But if there's something that is not going on in the news cycle that is that we care about, we got lots of ideas. So stick around if you're tired of the same old kind of conversation here.
Oh, I see one. That's Wind Waker Twilight Princess HD remakes.
Yeah, when's that post? When is that thought dated?
February 22nd.
Oh, did
2024?
I do that? I must have did that recently.
Yes. See, you want it to. Don't give me shit.
Listen, I want the games. Don't get me wrong, man. I want the games.
I do. Oh, and listen, there's gonna be a video up Friday, but at the same time, I talk about it in the video too, Jeeb. There's gonna be a poll. There's going to be a poll on my community tab for my Twitch. I'm going to replay one of those games, one of the 2 on stream. I'm going to let the people decide.
Not on YouTube, right?
No, on Twitch. It's going to be
on
Twitch.
Can you play your boo sound?
Where I stream.
I want the boo sound.
Where I stream.
The boo.
You want a boo sound?
Yeah, I want a boo sound.
No, I'm going to do it on Twitch where I stream.
I don't dislike Twitch. Don't get me wrong. I like you stream on Twitch. I really wish you'd stream on YouTube sometimes.
I will not. I'm streaming on Twitch.
I wish.
I
see. I see.
Done moving around. Done flip flopping.
Not flip flopping. I see your analytics now. It says people like the live streams. It says it right
that's
there.
not true.
It says it in the analytics. It says it.
It doesn't. I don't care what the analytics say. It's wrong because I know what happens.
I don't know,
man.
We're
keeping it on Twitch. It's gonna be fun. We're either gonna do Wind Waker or Twilight Princess. I don't know which one yet, but one of them we are going to do maybe once a week. Maybe twice a week. I don't know. It depends on how hard we get into it, but just until it's done. I was doing Prince of Persia, but it's fine. I don't know. I want to play Zelda. I want to play Fortnite. I want to play Zelda. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to play what I want to play.
I want to play with my fiance. Don't take that sound clip out of context. That means that Mrs. G Mondays are coming back, which is exciting for the Twitch people who hang out on Twitch over there. So I don't know. Next Monday, obviously today's a Wednesday, so in a few days on the Monday.
What happened to tomorrow?
Well, I'm getting there. So just because of context, it's Mrs. G Mondays, and if I start off by saying tomorrow, Thursday, is Mrs. G Mondays, they'd be a little confused. So
they would be. You're
so
right.
I'm saying
context.
That the next Monday we should have Mrs. G Monday for you. However, Drip jumped the gun. Tomorrow night, which is a Thursday, Mrs. Jeeb and I are going to do our best to get I almost said member stream, to get a Mrs. Jeeb Mondays stream on the Twitch side. She works, right? She comes home from work. So like, we'll see how she feels after work. But I'm pretty confident that we're going to get it done. So that's exciting.
I feel confident in that as well.
Cool. I also feel confident about ending this podcast. Those of you who are listening to this show, it's going to be over for you. Those of you watching in the stream, hang around. I can't, my words tonight.
Either one's fine.
Hang out in the stream. We're hanging out for a little bit more.
Just do both. Get crazy.
We're hanging out, guys, for the after show. But for the rest of you guys, we're going to see you guys next week.
Peace.
Play. Actually, don't play the song because then we're gonna get copyrighted. But it's just one of those days.
It's just one of those days where you don't want to wake up. Everything is.
Yep. Bush. Everybody, it is the after show. Welcome to the after show. I am Dreeb. Oh boy. I am physically ill. I am Jeeb. With me is Drip. This is the after show. I'm Dreeb.
I am Jeeb. I'm having a stroke.
I'm having a stroke. Nice to meet you. How we doing, everybody in the chat? How we doing?
Ty believes me. Because I'm a leaker. Because I'm a fucking leaker.
Well,
okay?
you just anointed me a leaker. So I want.
You're a leaker too.
But I'm leaking all the opposite information. Ed Chang missed the beer of the week. Give Ed Chang what he missed.
No, you didn't miss beer of the week. I got Breckenridge Brewery Mountain Beach. It is a bright and tart with pineapple, guava flavors, and lime. It's a sour. It's fantastic. It's very, very light. Not a lot of alcohol in there. It's very light.
What's the percentage?
I want to say it's.
It doesn't say. It should say it. Isn't it like legally?
4.3.
Well, would you say Bushes don't have a lot of alcohol?
They have what?
4.3.
4.8.
Really? I don't. Are you sure? I don't think.
Yeah.
You would know. You drink enough of them. I thought it was. I thought it was more.
Some here. I can look.
But that, dude, there's no difference between 4.3 and 4.8.
There is actually. Those points of percentages make a huge difference. A huge difference.
When you're
like this,
I understand. I understand.
Like a 0.3 to just like a 5.0. That's a big difference. That's a big difference, honestly. It is, dude. I'm telling you, it is.
Not with me. I mean, with my experiences drinking beers for myself, I rarely ever feel any difference from a 5 to a 3. When you
I promise you.
6 from 5 is massive. I do feel that. We're going from a 4.3 to a 5.
9%ers.
Oh my god, Mad Elf. Have you ever had Mad Health?
I've not.
I think that's a
high percentage. I
think that's 11.
I can't do it.
Oh my god, I died.
Why?
I died, man.
I get it. You could just drink too, and then you can get really awesome Pokemon and Pokemon Sleep.
A quick story here, Storytime Jeep. I was freshly 21, and I was over at my cousin's place, and my cousins these are older cousins. They're, I think, currently in their 50s. So like they're cousins, but they're not my age. That's what I'm trying to say. So adults, very much adults, whereas me, 21, not quite an adult. Technically I would be. Point being, they fed me delicious food. They gave me delicious beer, and one of them was around Christmas time was Mad Elf beer, and I had 2.
I was gonna ask if that was a Christmas beer. Clearly.
It was. I had 2. And being freshly 21, not experiencing alcohol that much, because I never did like alcohol. Like when I would try it, my parents let me try it. I never liked it, and that also means that I never was the kind of kid who's like sneaking beers, because I didn't like them. But I was 21.
To each their own.
21, I was experimenting, trying it, and now that I'm a full-grown adult, I have a taste for certain beers, and I'm glad I do. But at 21, not having the tolerance. Drinking 2 Mad Elves in one sitting.
You said it's 11?
I think it's 11. Let me look it up.
What's the flavor on that? Is it like candy cane flavored?
No, it's alcohol flavored. It doesn't taste like much else.
It tastes like rubbing alcohol from CVS, actually.
I mean, I'm 11% Mad Elf is, yeah. It don't taste a whole lot like much out of anything, dude. It's alcohol. It's beer, alcohol and beer flavor. That's what it tastes like.
Nice. Oh, Ty, yes. The NASCAR finish was amazing in Atlanta. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and talk about NASCAR for a long time, but I'm going to take just like 10 seconds to talk about that. Holy fuck, that was insane. That will go down as one of the greatest finishes in NASCAR history by it was insane. Three wide on the last lap coming to the line. The scoring couldn't even figure out who won. Dude won by 0.003 seconds. So what is that?
Oh my god.
1/3000th of a second. I don't know. I can't do the math. I don't know what the correct thing to call that would be, but 0.003 seconds is what he won by. It's insane. 3 wide. It's nuts. That'll go down in history. That'll be one they play a long, long time to come. Yeah, it was really cool.
That is rather nuts.
It was wild, and I missed it. I had to watch it afterwards because I was down here doing band practice. My guy wrecked out. I was like, yep, not checking in on this anymore. Time to practice. I come back upstairs and like all hell broken loose. I'm like, wow, that's cool.
All about things that we need to play Helldivers, which you and I just talked about this.
Yeah.
We both would love to, but
yeah, I have it in my cart. I did put it in my cart. I think I booked another wedding today, so if I can get that, probably get Helldivers.
Drip, you
at some point too.
During the show, you might have seen my facial expression after checking my phone go to like complete ghost. I was very angry.
Oh no, I didn't notice what happened.
I got a notification, and I heard it. So I need to turn my phone off. So that's why I went and checked, turn the sound off. This happens every year. I always freaking cancel MLB TV. I cancel it, dude. But they always charge me. They always charge me even though I cancel. They tell me that I didn't cancel it.
Wait. Who?
MLB TV, the streaming service for Major League Baseball.
To charge you again?
No, they didn't try. They did. And it's $130 a year. And I have the money, but I don't. You know what I mean? Like I gotta pay my car bill.
Just call. Be like, hey, no.
I do this every year with them, and they tell me no. There's nothing we can do for you. So I'm gonna try again and be very adamant about it because I'm very angry.
I don't watch it. I haven't touched it. I'm not watching it. I don't want it. You're taking it off, I will call my bank and deal with them. And dude, no.
Yeah, I'm very angry.
Dude, I've never had a company do that. When something charges me like that, and I'm like, oh no, I meant to cancel it. I usually call and they're like, yeah, you're good. Like I make sure and do it that day. I'm like, hey, it just happened. I touched it. I don't want it though. Can we?
You know, and how they get you too. I may have forgotten to cancel it, but that's the thing. It goes dormant from November to March.
Oh yeah.
And like you completely forget to cancel from that amount of time because you're not being charged. You're not being charged. So even if you're paying monthly, you only pay monthly during the season.
During the season, yeah.
So all these other months you don't pay and you forget. It's not just the simple, oh, my Netflix, I forgot to get. You get charged every month.
A guy told me the other night that a good thing to do to try to remember things like that is write it down. Somebody told me that a few days ago. I can't remember when or where that was. But if you write stuff down and like keep a note of it somewhere you're going to look, then you'll remember and you'll be able to get that done.
That's a good point. That person sounds very smart. What I would say to that person is that this particular thing with MLB TV, they don't charge on a specific date. You randomly get the charge. It was in February 28th last year. It's a different time. Spring training has already started. They've already started televising games. They should have charged a few days ago. I don't know why they're randomly charging today. So, I would write it down. However, what would I write it down to? Check it at some point in 2024 that you're going to get charged. I suppose I could put a week down, but if anyway, you're not wrong, Drew. And that person might have been me. I should follow my advice. You're right.
Was. Jeep, favorite secondary character in Monk?
That's a good one.
Dive into heck with me. I'm down to dive into heck with you. I'll go all the way to heck with you. To heck and back.
I really like Stoudemire because he's like this big old comfy bear man. You know, his mustache probably tickles. He probably tickled my cheek if he gave me a kiss in the cheek. I like Stoudemire. I think he might be my second favorite. But it's tough though. I like them all equally. Monk is number one, clearly. I like the rest of them. Ambrose is a great character. I wish they would have done more with. I will say that. If Ambrose was more frequent, I would have went with Ambrose because that actor is hilarious.
Oh, dude! Speaking of TV, have you watched the new episode of Bad Batch? Because I have not.
I did because I thought you would, and I wanted to talk about it with you. God damn it, Drip!
I'm gonna watch it after this. I haven't had time.
I wanted to talk to you about it. John Turturro. Don Turturro.
I love churros.
A copy. Do you got?
Did you know that Choco Taco's gone? Like they discontinued it?
Excuse me?
Last year.
You know,
2022 actually, I'm pretty sure.
Fun fact, I never liked Choco Tacos. Never got them. But they are I will say this, that when I do get them, I do enjoy.
Great.
I prefer.
So good.
I prefer the chocolate because the Choco Taco is basically the same thing as a waffle cone that's been dipped in chocolate.
Just in a taco shape. Yeah.
I prefer the delivery of that. I prefer it in the regular waffle cone form with vanilla ice cream rather than a Choco Taco.
See, I like the Choco Taco because you get the waffle cone bite in every bite.
Here's why I prefer it.
You don't have to work down to it.
Here's why I prefer it because I eat too fast. And a Choco Taco would go down so fast. But
I do them like real tacos,
with
like
the
5 or
with
6
the ice cream cone, for some reason with ice cream, on a cone, I take my time because I lick it. I'm that guy who licks it all the way down to the center of Tootsie Pop, and then when it's all gone, I start eating my cone. So with Choco Taco, I would eat 6 of them and then I get sick. But with the ice cream cone, I can eat 1 and be satisfied and happy.
Come and get it.
Come and get it. I got nothing, Drip. The chat's got chat. If you got something for us, let us know. Bring it in the chat. Come and get it. But as far as me, I don't much.
Come and get it.
I love that. That's a clean.
I'm glad you got me that one. I like that one. And of course, I do like having this one. I even one on the board now.
That one was like 10 seconds long, which is way too long. So I shortened it.
Yeah. The one I have, the one that's on my Twitch stream is way shortened because it's like Bush,
right?
Forever. Like, dude, we don't need to do that. That's crazy.
You count those guys as main-ish? What do you mean main-ish? They are main. There's not only one main character in Monk, dude. All of those people are main characters. What do you mean main-ish? Like, those are the main characters of the show. And the secondary characters are people like Ambrose and stuff. Coffee with Games watched Bad Batch.
What'd you think? Just tell me, give me a rating 1 to 10.
I'll just kick Drip off this Discord call and then, we could just have a conversation with ourselves here. But yeah, spoilers, we can't do spoilers. We're not gonna do that.
Yeah, please don't do that. I'm sure it was good. I saw some of the thumbnails. It didn't really give much away, but I will
say this to you, Drip. It's still, as you could probably suspect.
Yeah, I mean,
it's still continuing what's going to be going on. It's probably going to be until like episode 10. My guess is like episode 10, we're really going to see storyline. But for now, we're just kind of continuing.
I just want to see Crosshair meet back up with the rest of the guys. I want that awkward reunion. That's what I want. I don't know if it's coming this episode, but I really want that. I'm keeping
you see his poker face?
Yeah, I don't know if it's coming or not. I think I can call your bluff right now. Might have happened. I might be watching it.
My chair. Did my chair move? I gotta watch that.
Did you almost fall? Oh my god, that would have been awesome. Now that would have been a cool moment.
I need to watch it. I'm watching this live right now. Hold on. I need to see what happened. There's no audio. I'm not keeping the audio. What happened? Did my chair move, or did I freak? No, my chair never moved. I just freaked out.
You just got scared.
I thought. Well, I used my heels to feel where the chair was.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your pain?
My pain?
Oh, you don't get the movie reference?
No,
-3.
I'm not a movie guy. I'm getting into movies as we go on in life here, but I got a lot of catching up to do with movie references.
It's Big Hero 6.
Oh, I watched that one. Yeah. I'm not like I don't remember.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your pain?
Yeah. Okay. Now Now that I know the context, of course. Yeah, I love that movie. It's great. And Miss Jeep is the one who told me we should watch it. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about
Oh, it's
watching it.
fantastic.
I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch that. And after I watch it, I'm like, I love this movie.
Yeah, it's very good. I love the
La, la,
setting.
la, la, la.
Yeah, like the setting, the story. It's very good. It's very good.
They did a great job with that one.
It's you know that's Marvel. Big Hero 6 is
That's
like
not
a like
Disney?
Marvel Comics thing.
That's not Disney?
It's a they got
Well,
it.
Marvel
it's a
is
Marvel
Disney
thing.
now.
It's a I believe it started as a comic, a Marvel comic. I don't know if it's in like the same universe, but I think it's like a different thing.
Dude, I don't know why I'm burping so much. Like, it's crazy. I'm burping so much. I didn't eat anything the past, like, well, maybe that's why. Maybe I need to eat something.
Song's done. So is this podcast.
Guys.
Time of death.
We've stopped doing that recently. We need to bring that back.
9:30 Eastern.
9:30 Eastern. Actually, it's 8:30 because that's what my computer says. And what my computer says is what goes because I have control. Drip. It's been a pleasure. Chat.
Jeeb,
Love hanging out with you. Caffeinated. Want to see one of my Twitch streams coming up? Appreciate you. You can't stop streaming because if you stop streaming, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. You're part of my routine. You were with me in the shower today. Okay. So like, I need you. Come and get it. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.